Good morning. Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? Thank you for being here. It is Monday, November 25th, 2024, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a special pregame show for this special Thanksgiving week. We have our Black Friday sale. I'm going to do the pregame show for about 25 minutes, and then I will click on over to the morning live stream for members only for TCG. We're just doing a special show today. Next year, we will have one pregame show per week for the public. So let me say hello to my friends. Hey, Rachel. Thank you, Shake and Bake. Yo, Sean. Hey, 2023 Gainer. I hope it was the 2024 Gainer too. Hey, William. Hey, Sadina. My friend Shake and Bake. Hey, Greg. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Hunter. Hunter, your AVPT has been going nuts. Sure, I'll take a look at Gern. I'll officially get started in 8 minutes. Between now and then, I am just going to take a few chart requests. We're just going to look at charts. It's literally my favorite thing to do on the planet. Don't tell my children. Hanging out with them is a close number 2. All right. Let's see. I'm so glad you re-up, Shake and Bake. Good news. Can't wait to hang out with you. Gern. I see what you're looking at, Hunter, that this could possibly be a left shoulder. It's just not ideal. I would keep it a little more simpler than that. We don't want to force patterns if they're not there. So the cleanest time frame that I see is the monthly. On the monthly, we're looking for a higher low. Daily got oversold back here. Now we need a daily trend change to confirm that monthly higher low. So what you're looking for is that daily higher low and trend change. So the daily 200 MA is around 390. That may be a good area to snag that daily higher low, looking for ultimately that monthly higher low. 4-hour uptrend, hourly uptrend, holding the hourly 12 EMA just fine. Good morning, Ed. Hey, monkey. Of course I'm taking requests. Snow. I'm ready for snow. We haven't had a real snow yet here in Idaho where I live. Okay, so snow, big move on earnings with supportive volume. We got over 168.80. On the monthly, a lower, oh no, we got a monthly higher high. Weekly uptrend, daily uptrend. 4-hour, we have an equilibrium with support of Friday's low, 166.81. Have we had a 15-minute back burner yet? No. We grazed 5-minute oversold Friday. So maybe 15-minute oversold conditions during regular trading hours may be the next decent risk to reward entry for a conservative bull. Woof. Good morning, Crypto Cat. Hey, Success. Wolf is gapping up. Next resistance is 927. Gap rules apply as long as we hold 872 Friday's high as support. That is a long signal. I don't know what the news was. Oh, insider buying, it looks like. Yep, we have enough room for a daily higher low. AVGO, I have as a Queen of the Mountain trade here. So we are looking for a monthly higher low on AVGO. Daily is not the ideal setup for bulls. We haven't gotten a daily uptrend yet. We have a double bottom at 160.86, 160.60. And what I'm looking at is this 4-hour squeeze. And on the hourly, we have re-entered Friday's range. So we were gapping up earlier. I liked it long on the gap up as long as we held Friday's high as support. We are no longer holding that. So 162.40 would be your next bottom fish attempt, or bears are looking to top fish 166. It definitely is a laggard. Semis are heavy this morning compared to the overall market. Etsy, yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone early. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving plan with family, friends, pets. So on Etsy, on the monthly, we're in a downtrend. On the weekly, we're in a downtrend. On the daily, we have bounced enough for a potential daily higher low on a pullback. 4-hour has a pretty clear trend line. I don't draw trend lines unless my 8-year-old nephew could draw it. This is definitely one he could draw. I think this could be a top fish against 52.89, looking for the daily lower high. Once that is set, then bulls could shift to looking for that daily higher low. Hey, Monica, I love your energy. We'll get started here in 2 minutes. BZFD, that used to be an AI runner. Okay, we're gapping up. Monthly double inside bars broke bull. Weekly on a pullback, we're looking for a higher low. Daily on a pullback, we're looking for a higher low. Let's see. You could look for a 5-minute back burner on this one, looking for first 5-minute oversold during regular trading hours for a potential long after Friday's 16% move. Hey, Devin, Hunter, Rom, Ed. Hey, Jill, great to see you. AVPT, I sold that one way too soon in my dad's account. Bought it at $11 once you brought it up to me. Hunter. Yeah, we're at blue sky breakout. So yes, psychological resistance is next of $20. As long as we are holding the hourly EMAs, bulls are in control, and you could keep this one on back burner watch. Hey, El Gerardo. Mal, thank you for being here. We'll look at Doge and then we'll get started. Doge, we're inside yesterday's range. We're in a daily uptrend. We're in a weekly uptrend. Hourly, we have support at 41197. We just had a rising wedge break bear. Maybe not a rising wedge. We didn't have 3 touches. 15-minute downtrend on the next bounce. Bears will be looking for a 15-minute lower high. On the 4-hour, you have support at 41197. Hey, Michelle. All right, let's get this party started. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is a special pregame show where we will be looking at charts, and this is a preview of 2025. In 2025, we will have one public pregame show per week, and I'll let you know that day soon. You can give me a follow on X if you want to stay updated on what we're doing here with the pregame show. You can check me out at Chart Gal Lori. What I do here with the pregame show is we look at the market environment dossier, which is basically looking at all the key factors and variables that go into the market and which one is working against the market with this bear column, which one is working for the market with this bull column. And then I look at the indices, commodities, crypto, and movers and shakers of the day. As far as the economic calendar, it's a pretty mild day with a 2-year note auction. This week we have PCE, consumer confidence, new home sales. We have GDP and initial jobless claims moved to Wednesday. We will be closed Thursday, and the market will be closed half day on Friday, closing at 1:30 Eastern. We have a Black Friday special. We have annual sales twice a year. This Black Friday is usually the sweetest. We throw in an indicator typically. And this one, it's one of our favorite indicators, the Superstack Indicator. So you get that free as part of the annual membership, and that's a $150 indicator that's included. You will get an orientation call with Dan for new members. And this sale will be on for the next 8 days. The link to this sale is in the video description below on YouTube, and I'm going to put it in chat. And if you're interested in looking at success stories of our members, I will also include that in chat, and it's in the video description. All right, now that the business is sorted, let's get to charts. So ES, we have a green overnight move with a gap up open on SPY. A daily lower high is the more likely scenario. We retraced about 50%. It is possible for bulls to get a daily higher high. Typically with a 50% retrace, we're looking at an equilibrium, something like this, where we get a lower high, higher low, and we have an equilibrium where we balance out. On this gap up scenario, our resistance is $600.17. QQQ had a little bit deeper retrace. We retraced about 65% of the move. So a daily lower high is the more likely scenario. On QQQ, we are gapping up. Your next resistance above 508.35 current gap up amount is 509.09. And then 512.79. So we're looking for a daily lower high on QQQ. QQQ has the most heavily weighted names in SPY. If QQQ is unable to travel to a higher high on the daily, it will likely hold back SPY. So we have the Russell. The Russell, we're looking for a potential daily lower high on the Russell. We retraced about 70% of that move. Bulls are on fire this morning. We are gapping up on IWM. We are above Friday's high, 239.24. As long as that holds, bulls are in control. Dow has gotten a daily higher high. Now Dow, wonderful, a new all-time high on the Dow. Does that mean the whole market's going to break out to a new all-time high? No, not necessarily. QQQ weights mean a little bit more than the Dow. The Dow only has 25 names in it. The NASDAQ QQQ has 100 names in it. So we will be watching semis very closely today. Now that the Dow has broken out to a new all-time high, you can keep that one on back burner watch, looking for 5 and 15-minute oversold conditions. Now remember, rising wedges. So we have a small potential rising wedge here with higher highs without a ton of follow through. But in blue sky breakout, it means a lot less because bulls are in charge. Rising wedges tend to break bullish more than bearish in blue sky territory. VIX is melting, which you would imagine it would with the market so strong. A daily higher low is possible compared to 1359. I like setting alerts at next supports. 1456 is the next level on VIX. Hang Seng was red overnight. DAX is green. Bitcoin's taking a breather. We are looking for a daily higher low. On the 4-hour, we got a higher high. Now bulls need a 4-hour trend change. And let me draw this out. This is an ideal location for an inverse head and shoulders. You want it at the bottom of a downtrend. And you could argue that this is a small downtrend here. So we do have a potential 4-hour inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin. 95780 is your next support on the 4-hour on Bitcoin. Ethereum is nice and green. We are not at blue sky territory on Ethereum. Ethereum all-time high is up at 48.67. A monthly lower high is the more likely scenario on Ethereum. We got daily overbought here. That didn't mark the temporary top or the monthly lower high. Bulls have enough room for an hourly higher low on Ethereum. Dollar's taking a breather now. On the daily, a higher low is possible compared to 106.111. 4-hour downtrend. So on the dollar, we're looking for a weekly higher low, a daily higher low. 4-hour has lost support. Gold is bouncing on that dollar pullback. On this bounce, we are looking for a potential 4-hour lower high compared to 4,723.20. And bulls have made enough room for an hourly higher low on the next pullback on gold. Oil, we had some headlines this morning with Trump. He plans on restocking the reserves. Also, OPEC has announced their first online meeting. So on oil, a weekly lower high is possible compared to 72.78. Overnight, we were unable to get through 71.51. 71.51, 71.48 double top. I like the idea of an hourly lower high top fish on oil compared to 71.24, looking for that weekly lower high and this daily double top to potentially hold. Doesn't mean it will hold, but I like the risk to reward if you're shorting $71 compared to 71.51 and putting your stop above 71.51. Nat gas, I believe we had a contract change, or we have a contract change coming tomorrow. We have a big move up overnight. So on the daily, we're inside yesterday's very large range, and we have a 4-hour lower high set. Now we look for the 4-hour higher low. This could be a diamond bearish reversal pattern on nat gas, and it does have contractual change, so there is some backwardation happening, so please be careful with nat gas. Apple, let's look at our Fab4 futures. Apple is not in a blue sky breakout. Apple has been getting these small higher highs without follow through. We're attempting a gap up this morning. Bulls want to see some follow through today. We do have a daily squeeze happening. On the weekly, a lower high is the more likely scenario compared to 237.23. Bulls are in control as long as we're holding Friday's high, 230.72, as support. Gap rules. As long as this gap holds as support, that is a long signal on Apple. Hey, Rita. I am not sure how to do that. If anyone can answer Rita's question in chat, that would be great. She is asking about how to safely transfer USDT. Yeah, I do not know how to do that. I know how to transfer different coins among brokers and wallets, but I am not familiar with that specific question. Amazon is opening up inside Friday's range. So we have a gap up on the markets, but Amazon's opening up inside Friday's range. So what you do is you separate who is opening up, who's gapping up, and who is opening up inside Friday's range. And automatically, whoever is gapping up is more bullish than whoever is opening up inside Friday's range. If you're gapping down, you really are separating and setting yourself apart as more bearish than everyone else. So who's gapping up? That's more bullish. And it is bearish to open up inside Friday's range because we have a gap up on all 4 of our major Fab4 indices. So Amazon's a little bit more bearish. We're in a daily downtrend. We're looking for a weekly higher low. 4-hour has not officially gotten oversold yet. I don't know if it held oversold here before it bounced. 4-hour 12 EMA is overhead. Hourly 50 EMA is overhead. On Amazon, Nvidia, we're opening up closer to Friday's low than high. It's definitely more bearish than the market. Semis are the fuel to the market's engine. As long as Nvidia and semis are heavy, it will be hard for QQQ to make headway as long as Nvidia is heavy. We need all the other big constituents of the FANG, of the the Fab 7. We need everyone else pulling bullishly if Nvidia is going to stay weighed down like it is now. Resistance 142.25 pre-market. Tesla has what does Tesla have? Tesla broke out. We had this 4-hour equilibrium on Friday and a small squeeze. We broke bullish. We are opening green. You have an intraday support here of 351.37, 350.71. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, 351.50. I want to know if it gets near that 351.37 for a dip buy. Reminder, Tesla had this big quarterly breakout, quarterly equilibrium bull break on Tesla. Tesla bulls are looking for continuation. We are opening up near Friday's high. We have a pre-market level of 361.81. 361.53 is Friday's high. AVGO. I like AVGO long as we're holding 164.91, Friday's high, as support, and we're maintaining the gap up. I like AVGO long with this hourly squeeze here. If Nvidia remains heavy, it won't be supportive of this long idea, likely. Costco, new all-time high last week. I have this one on hourly back burner watch. Look at that alert there. I have the alert set for first hourly back burner after this new all-time high. Iggy D, you're not saying Rita is a scammer. You're saying what they're asking Rita to do is a scam. So just to clarify. D-Dog was my pick last week. We had this daily tightening range, daily squeeze. We broke out in a big way. For those of you that got the move, D-Dog is not in blue sky breakout, and we are approaching historical RSI 4-hour resistance. I'm not saying short this. I like this one for a back burner trade looking for 5-minute oversold conditions. Okay. IWM, we're gapping up. As long as 242.39 is resistance, I like the risk to reward for a short on the Russell. Shorting 242.39, looking for the daily lower high with 4-hour overbought. Doesn't mean it will work. Bulls could continue higher above 242.39. I just like the risk to reward setup there. MSTR, we have a 4-hour equilibrium. We have resistance at 453, support at 4712. I will be watching this one for day trades, looking for some volatility. They announced they bought billions of dollars of more, $5.4 billion more of Bitcoin. It has a ton of Bitcoin on its balance sheet, so it will likely follow Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin recovers for the bulls, then we don't want to be looking short and vice versa. XLI, a daily lower high is the more likely scenario with the size of this pullback. We're gapping up. I like a top fish setup against 143.72. You must be very disciplined when you have bull momentum on a name you're looking to top fish, because the risk to reward favors bears because the stop is so close by. However, you have a high probability of getting stopped out because of the trend and momentum. So this is the same scenario with XLI and the Russell. So AVGO, I'm looking for a laggard long on a name. That's why I'm looking at AVGO, somebody who hasn't joined the party yet, the bull party. And I only like this long if 164.91 is holding. And I will be looking at the 165 calls expiring this Friday. Remember, we have a day and a half less for these to work. So this is what I'll be looking at. Yeah, I just finished, so I can look at RR. So that is the calls I'll be looking at in Schwab / Think or Swim, RR. Small cap. Daily downtrend, weekly downtrend. This one looks good for a potential hourly pullback or a back burner trade. I like this squeeze on the hourly chart. All right. I would love to invite you to check us out in the chat. I have it pinned right here, our Black Friday sale. It is pinned. I would love for you to check that out. You have 8 days to take advantage of that. The sooner you join, the sooner you can be in chat and we can say hi, and you'll have the Superstack Indicator, which is a wonderful indicator that it helps you to identify market extremes and help with the timing of scaling into and out of positions. A thesis, Lasmar, is just what your thought process is on probability. So a thesis on IWM would be, come on, where are you? We're right there. Is that 4 hour is overbought, daily lower high, the more likely scenario due to the size of this retracement. So the thesis is I'm looking for it to pause at 242.39 potentially for a top fish setup. So that's the thesis, is I'm looking for a short setup for the most likely scenario, and I'm looking at probabilities. I'm always looking at probabilities. We can't be 100% sure on anything else. All right, AI. And then I'll wrap it up. AI looks great. Earnings Monday, December 9th. This one looks great. 4 hour overbought. I would keep this one on back burner watch. Looking for, well, we had the 5 minute on Friday. So look for 15-minute oversold conditions for a back burner trade on this one. All right, that's it for the pregame show. I'm going to go get ready and key up the live stream for our members, where I'll take the members through market open and do some live trading if the setups present themselves. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Give me a follow on X at ChartGallery. Check out Dan's webinar today, and that is in the video description. It will be free at 5 p.m. Eastern, so you can check out what is included in the membership. Thanks for being here, and use stop losses.